Guys, welcome back to the University of Smooth. I'm your host, Nixon the Dark, the internet's leading expert on unattractive behavior. New microphone for this one. We're going to see how it goes. Why? Because it's our job to be attractive for you. Here today to answer an age-old question for dudes. Does having a better job make you more attractive to women? Fun personal story that really illustrates the point. I used to have a job as a corporate lawyer. I left that job for a better job. I used to have shit jobs. I used to have terrible, worthless, low-paying, zero clout, zero status jobs before I went to law school. I also used to be an overweight, unremarkable tub of shit with no social skills. I also used to be an attorney who was an overweight tub of shit with no social skills. Then I was a semi-jacked attorney after I started lifting weights. Which do you think resulted in more women finding me attractive? Becoming a lawyer or getting semi-jacked? I think you know the answer, but it's fun. We love irony here. We love these little delicious and semi-dissatisfying truths that will help guide you on being more attractive. A few women noticed me when I became a lawyer. In a few contexts, women were more impressed with me because they saw that I had a pretty damn good job. When I got in shape, significantly more women noticed me, found me attractive, and respond to me on a daily basis with interest. Not overwhelming. I've had a few women throw themselves at me. It's not like getting jacked immediately makes you the Rock and you have to fight women off. But between the two, yes, physical muscularity trumped a good profession and a good income when it comes to generating interest and desire from women. Why would this be? It seems a little counterintuitive. We understand that women have short-term interests that skew physical compared to long-term, yet you're interacting, you're socializing, people are getting to know you, and even though they know that you have a better job, they still are not responding to you in the same way, but you go out and put some muscle on your body and you do. Consider the fact that when you walk around with a muscular physique, you advertise your value wherever you go. Unless you put on the baggiest possible t-shirt or sweatshirt, and even then, you still may be signaling some value, some physical value without even trying. And you cannot turn off your value. It is a signal that is constantly being sent out. Just like an attractive woman wearing a tight outfit, skirt, pair of yoga pants, she is advertising her attractiveness wherever she goes, and she cannot stop if she's wearing certain articles of clothing. Yet, when you have a really high income job, you have it wherever you go. The signal does not get sent. And in fact, if you try and send it by handing out business cards or your resume everywhere you go, it's not really going to generate all sorts of interest from women. Believe me, if it did, guys would do this. One of the reasons that women value muscularity in men as opposed to a good job is because one is a scarce resource. Especially nowadays, it's not that unique for a man or a woman to have a really good job. I have a good job. I work with several women at my company who have my job or better. So what do they need a great job from a man for when they already have one? Yet, if they don't have muscles and they cannot acquire them with the same ease that men can, then yes, that's a scarce resource. It doesn't mean they devalue a good job. They put a premium on the kinds of value that they cannot generate themselves. Men value beauty in women in part because they cannot generate that value themselves. Men don't value money in women. Why? They have their own. So why would women value something in men that they already have or have the capacity to earn themselves? So should you just give it up and live in the gym? Obviously, we are the Go Get Jack channel. No, of course not. We encourage you to build value on every dimension you possibly can come up with in your life. When it comes to being a professional, having a better job, there are certain things that come with that value that are desirable to women, even if they don't have a magical mathematical one-to-one desire formula. Good job equals hot. Good job equals more attractive. That formula does not exist, but consider the following. First, when you have income, as we have said, you have more command over the direction of your life. This is an attractive quality. Being able to guide the direction of your life, having the power to walk away from things, having the power to go different directions, those are very attractive qualities, and money helps you get there. Second, when you have a good job, and it's not every good job, but when you have certain really good jobs, you have access to networks that you can leverage. You cannot do this if you are a gas station attendant. Now, I hope that plenty of gas station attendants are tuning in to University of Smooth and doing what they can to build value. Just understand, a low-level menial job, and I've had several of them, will not give you access that having a better job, especially a job that is plugged into your local community. When you have access to human networks, you can leverage them. They have almost a compound interest effect. Relationships are capital in the game of desire. Jobs that help you cultivate, build, and leverage relationships will make you a much more attractive man because you have a network. This gets back to social proof. This gets back to status. Just because you have a good job doesn't mean you have these things, but jobs that do allow you to build a lot of relationships will help you to leverage them into more value. Finally, ambition, not necessarily a good job, but ambition is sexy. Ambition implies direction. It implies somebody going after something. It is a dynamic, masculine quality that women find highly, highly desirable. You can be a go-getter and just be going and getting that one status job of software engineer where you're locked away in a closet making $700,000 a year, and maybe that's not going to do much for you. But when you are making things happen in a dynamic way, again, getting back to this notion of relationships, when you're building relationships that you can have equity with, when you are making things happen as the prime actor in the story of your life, you are the main character in your own drama, women find that incredibly attractive in men, and you don't acquire it just because you busted your ass to get a good job. My good jobs didn't necessarily imply a ton of ambition. They were the types of jobs where I had status, but I would simply be a reactive cog in a machine and not necessarily the prime actor in my own drama. When you are that prime actor, like the kind of dude who has his own YouTube channel and busts his ass to put out content so that you get more value and I get more value, then you are being dynamic, enterprising, making things happen on the go. Women see this, women recognize this, and when women see that you can demonstrate credible value, especially of the ambitious sort, the kind that shows you have direction, you can make a good job work for you. Though, as we always say, you build value along every dimension you possibly can. And we help you do that here at the University of Smooth. Like, subscribe, and follow U of Smooth for more content. Thanks for listening.